You walk into a shelter, spot a beautiful calico, and decide, this is the newest member of my family. You complete the paperwork, pay the fee, and take her home, believing that you are the one who made the choice. But in the world of cats, the concept of an owner doesn't exist. There are only companions or strategic allies. If that cat doesn't truly pick you, she will live in your home like a ghost, hiding under the bed and viewing your every approach as a threat. However, when a cat truly chooses you, a completely different script unfolds. A shift in brain chemistry, survival instincts, and even heart rates begin to synchronize. This is a biological miracle because cats are solitary hunters that retain 90% of the wild instincts of their ancestors, unlike dogs who were bred to be submissive. This choice is rooted deep in history, tens of thousands of years ago, in the Fertile Crescent. While humans actively domesticated dogs for hunting and protection, cats were the ones who sought out human granaries. They domesticated themselves to adapt to our presence without ever surrendering their independent nature. Therefore, when a cat chooses you, it is not a slave-like submission, but a recognition of energy. EEG studies show that cats can sense alpha waves from the human brain. They are drawn to individuals with high levels of calmness and a respect for personal space. The first sign of this choice is the synchronization of biological rhythms, also known as mirroring. Cats are naturally crepuscular, most active at dawn and dusk. But once they've chosen you, they are willing to break their ancestral instincts to align their sleep and wake cycles with yours. Research from the University of Messina in Italy confirms that cats living closely with humans completely alter their life rhythms to establish a joint shift, believing that you will protect them while they sleep, and vice versa. This trust extends even to eating habits. A cat that has chosen you tends to wait to eat together, feeling safer with a protector nearby, while they are in their most vulnerable feeding position. In nature, eating is a moment when cats are susceptible to predators because they must lower their heads and focus on their prey. When a cat chooses to eat beside you, it is essentially saying, I trust you to watch for threats while I fill my stomach. This bond continues through the language of the eyes and the lowering of defensive barriers. In nature, staring is a sign of a threat, but when a cat looks at you and slowly closes its eyes, the slow blink, it is a feline kiss, a voluntary cutting off of visual information before someone they no longer consider a potential rival. According to Dr. Karen McComb of the University of Sussex, when a cat does this proactively, it has officially dropped its final defense to view you as a safe zone. You'll notice their gaze following you not just when they're hungry, but while you're working or reading, with slightly dilated pupils, signaling relaxation and friendly curiosity. This contrasts sharply with the cold, narrowed pupils they exhibit when in hunting or defensive modes. Beyond just looks, cats claim space and scent through the characteristic head bunting. By using scent glands in their cheeks and temple to dye their scent onto you, they are announcing to the world that you belong to their family. A tail held high in a question mark shape, or the act of rolling over to expose their belly, are also messages of absolute trust, where they reveal the most vulnerable part of their body to affirm a lasting bond. Notably, the purring they save for you isn't just an expression of happiness. It carries a frequency between 25 and 150 hertz, which has been shown to aid in healing bones and soft tissue and lowering human blood pressure. This specific solicitation purr has a frequency similar to a human infant's cry, triggering a deep-seated caregiving instinct in our brains. Cardiologists have even noted that patients recovering from heart surgery have significantly higher recovery rates if they have the presence and purring of a cat during their nursing process. Expanding on the psychological aspect, a cat's choice is also found in their proactive vocal communication. Adult wildcats almost never meow at one another. They communicate through scent and body language. The meow is a language cats developed specifically for humans. When a cat chooses you, it begins to experiment with different tones to see which one gets you to respond the fastest. A loyal cat will have distinct sounds for hunger, wanting to play, or needing attention. This is a remarkable intellectual effort to step across species barriers and establish a unique dialogue protocol with you. However, this choice can sometimes become a burden when love turns into over-attachment. Separation anxiety can emerge, causing cats to eliminate outside the litter box or engage in self-destructive over-grooming when you are away. This often happens when the cat views you as their sole source of comfort in the world. When you prepare to leave, their heart rate spikes, and the stress hormone cortisol floods their body. They are not punishing you by urinating inappropriately. They are simply trying to mix their own scent with yours on the bed or clothing to seek a sense of illusory security. To protect this gift of affection, we must love them scientifically, create a stimulating environment with cat trees and puzzle toys so they don't feel too lonely when you're away. Using synthetic pheromones is an excellent support tool to maintain a sense of peace in your shared territory. More importantly, establishing fixed routines allows cats to feel a sense of predictability and safety in their daily lives. At its core, this connection is spiritual and philosophical. Cats teach us about patience and self-respect. They do not demand love cheaply. They test our sincerity over time. A cat never chooses the wrong person because their intuition is not clouded by social or material facades. They look through to the inner calmness, the quiet kindness, and the positive energy radiating from within you. When a cat decides to curl up in your lap, it isn't just seeking physical warmth. It is seeking a resonance of the soul. A cat's choice is the purest form of affection because it is entirely voluntary. You cannot force a cat to love you with money or iron discipline. You can only earn that love through understanding and respect. It is a wordless covenant from a wild soul that has decided to make you its entire world, a commitment of silent but enduring protection and love that outlasts any spoken vow. When you realize a cat has truly chosen you, you will find your life transformed, not just by having a pet, but by having a teacher of presence, unconditional love, and the meaning of stillness in an all too noisy world.